Hello there and welcome to yet another edition of your favorite transportation show on television. On the Lagos Transportation Agenda, we highlight current events, explore topical issues, as well as showcase emerging trends in the dynamic world of transportation. My name is Austin Ian. It is a widely accepted fact that transportation is an ecosystem with three very important components: the state of the vehicle, the state of road infrastructure, as well as the state of the driver. Lagos State Government, in its bid to use transportation as a catalyst for Greater Lagos Development Initiative, has many agencies to cater for a better road transportation infrastructure, better vehicles, especially in terms of roadworthiness, as well as better character and competence in the state of drivers. And the one agency that is at the forefront of making sure that drivers in Lagos State have competence as well as character in the bid to bring about a safe and sane driving culture in Lagos is the Lagos State Drivers Institute, also known as Lasdri. How has Lasdri fared in the bid to bring about a saner and safer driving culture in Lagos? To discuss this and other related issues, I have with me in the studio the General Manager of the Lagos State Drivers Institute, Mrs. Afusat Tiamiyu Agbaje. General Manager, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yes. You are going to tell me the secret of this, your continuous radiance.
It's the Lord.
Maybe after the show.
It's Lord and Mr. Governor.
So the General Manager of Lasdri, Mrs. Afusat Tiamiyu Agbaje, and I will be discussing the challenges, the opportunities that have been presented to Lasdri and how they've maximized them in the bid to bring about a saner and safer driving culture in Lagos State after this time out when the Lagos Transportation Agenda returns. Please stay with us.
I changed jobs. I now work at Lagos State Drivers Institute, Lasdri. Wow, that's interesting. You can't go into the road. It's a one-way.
Does that matter?
Yes, see the road sign.
Is that important?
It is very important. Road signs, pavement markings, and traffic signal lights are provided to guide all road users and ensure their safety. Without them, there will be chaos leading to accidents and loss of lives on the road.
My guy, I know, but sometimes I feel like getting home on time.
That is why you must obey these signs and observe the right of way by yielding to vehicles that got to intersection before you or to traffic on your left. Also, you must not stop on yellow box.
That's very unfortunate.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The accident would have been avoided if the vehicle coming did not jump the traffic light. Road signs, traffic lights, and pavement markings are the road user's language. Learn them, observe them, and save lives.
Why not protect your investment? Train your drivers at Lasdri centers located at the 5 administrative divisions of Lagos State. Ikorodu Center at Odogunyan, Badagry Center at Okwafo Badagry Expressway, Ikeja Center at LSTC Yard, Oshodi, Lagos Island Center at Ojaoba Market, Lagos Island, Ekpe Center at Ekpe Ikorodu Road, Annex offices at Igondo, Ikoton LCDA, Ojodu Beggar, VIS Building Ojodu, Olusola, Sura Licensing Office, Olusola, Agric Bus Stop, Ikorodu.
Gbígba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe Lagos State Government announcer.
Welcome back on the Lagos Transportation Agenda. And as I said in my intro, I have with me the General Manager of Lasdri, Mrs. Afusat Tiamiyu Agbaje. And let me start, Madam, with the mode of enrollment into Lasdri. What particular thing are there any minimum standards that you you need in a driver to be able to, or is it an all-comers affair?
Thank you, moderator. Before you can enroll for training the agency, which is a Lasdri, you must be a professional driver. Meaning those that are earning their living, that their means of sustenance depends on driving. And before you can come, you must possess a valid driver license. That's the minimum standard. Then after, you will need to we are going to do a kind of because it's not free. For anything that you do, when we started, it was like a free, but they are not adding value to it then. So that's why government should just do a kind of subsidized rate, so that any driver that comes, they're going to just pay just minute amount of money. So after payment, you return the receipt to them at account department. That is where the enrollment starts. So they enter your information, they enter your bill, then they will now take you to classroom for the training. Because it's not about, people believe when you come to Lasdri, just collect the card. Majority of people that are coming, their motive is not to do the training. It's just to get the Lasdri card because of law enforcement officers on the road. But that mindset, we don't allow it because we believe by the time we are able to train drivers, by the time we take them to the necessary things they require to be a better driver, the problem we are experiencing on the road will fade out one day. Ranging from traffic congestion, road accidents, crashes, and some other, and road rage as well. So we take them to classroom. In the classroom, as a driver, they usually train them on their duties as a driver, to themselves, to the vehicle, to the environment. Another important thing is the fission test. We believe good fission is key to safe driving. So we have doctors there, we call them qualified optometrists. So they check the individual driver to ascertain the level of their fission. And the thing is, we don't take them here because this is not an hospital. By the time they finish, they check them and find out that maybe they have defects in a way. Usually do a kind of referral. They can refer them to hospital if they need corrective surgery. And if they require glasses to drive, they tell them to go and get it. But we don't get driver glasses for people here. Our own is just to make recommendation, and driver will get it done. Then after the training section, we issue them what we call Lagos State Drivers Certification Card. But Lagosian, they are now saying is a Lagos State Driver License. No, it's not.
They now want to use that in place of
no. Before you can enroll for training in Lasdri, you must have a valid driver license. Already. What we do basically is the retraining, the certification to ensure safety on Lagos Road. You know, Mr. Governor is passionate about the welfare of Lagosian. So that is the reason why killing people maybe because of carelessness or recklessness on the part of driver. At our stage here, we are trying to bridge the gap. So that by the time you pass through our lectures, you know that you don't need to drive to kill yourself. Continue to drive to stay alive. So that is the gospel we are preaching here. At the end of your training, we now issue them that card that I refer to. So it's not about coming to just collect Lasdri card. It's about going through the training section and we get to certify at the end of your training. And it's an annual thing because we have 3 windows of training here. The first one is what I just mentioned, which we call mandatory professional training course. By law, it's clearly stated in the law. If you want to drive on Lagos Road as a professional, those that are earning their living, and you don't want to be embarrassed by LASTMA or VIS, the law says you must pass through our training once in a year towards increasing your driving skills and competency for us to ensure a safe environment, efficient transportation, and careful drivers on the road. So bus drivers too, they are very, very important. At our level here, behavioral pattern of driver, we don't take it, we don't joke with it. We let them know that as they are referring to lawyer and doctor as professional, they too
also
they are professional because they are contributing to the economic development.
Exactly.
Without movement, we cannot get anything. We cannot achieve anything.
Yes.
So as we are graduating best driver, we believe better things will be happening on Lagos Road.
Exactly. But let me talk about so supposing like somebody like me, I can drive. I have a driver's license, but I'm not a professional. I'm not earning my living on driving, and I say, okay, I'm not coming here to receive certificate. I want to learn what they are teaching them in Lasdri. And you are saying no, I cannot, because the truth is I'm also driving on this road.
Sir, let me correct that impression. Lasdri is a training institute for drivers, but what the law says is specifically for professional driver. But the law still says that if you want to come here, if you are not a professional driver, you are not handling your living through them, but you want to add to your knowledge,
yes,
we do accept them. So you can walk in, we give you do the training for you.
Exactly.
You will enjoy our training. By the time you get back to the road, you'll be a better person.
Exactly.
So it's allowed.
Oh, great.
The ones we are just following is what the law says.
Exactly.
We are just operating with the one within the confine of the law. But if you choose to come and do it voluntarily,
yes,
we are going to enroll you.
You've had such people, of course.
Yeah, definitely. We have people, maybe because of, there are some people that before they send their driver to agency for training, maybe their driver used to behave abnormally.
Yes.
But after the training, this driver has changed. Okay, let me go to. I have 3 instances like that. The oga follow them to come and see what we are doing here.
Exactly.
They just say, okay, madam, please enroll me. I want to do it. At the end of the training, they are happy that Lagos State government has this kind of agency in place.
Exactly. So we will continue the conversation with Mrs. Afusat Tiamiyu Agbaje, the General Manager of the Lagos State Drivers Institute, right after this time out. We'll go on break and then we'll come back. We'll continue the conversation. Please stay with us.
Akété ilé ọgbọ́n, Èkó akété ilé ọgbọ́n, arọ́mọdé dẹ́kọ̀ máma já o, Èkó arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́, arọ́mọdé dẹ́kọ̀ máma sá o, Èkó arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
If you're just joining, this is the Lagos Transportation Agenda, and I am with the radiant GM of Lasdri, the Lagos State Drivers Institute, Mrs. Afusat Tiamiyu Agbaje, and we'll be talking about the state of drivers as a key component of a sane and safe driving culture in Lagos State. Mrs. GM, in educational institutions, they talk about people who are being taught learning and character. How do you assess that a driver's character? Because you mentioned it, not just the competency of knowing how to drive and observing street signs and so on, but also the behavior. How do you assess that the driver has gone from maybe road rage to a very respectful person, maybe to other drivers?
It's not only important for you to train the person, you still need to assess the person through a lot of means.
Okay.
Like during interactive session, in the class, we used to ask them, we used to talk to them on how to continue to behave on the road. And you know what happened, sir?
Yes.
Through feedback that we are getting from all these big organizations.
Yes.
Because at the end of our training here, they do send a letter to all that they are happy that the way their driver used to behave before, they are not behaving that way. Through that. Then in classroom too, before they go, we send them a kind of a test, form of assessment. We assess them based on, we give them, after the training, we give them questions. Through that, we have been able to get a kind of the positive response that we want them to give us.
Okay. How many centers are you operating? Just this place, or how many centers?
Thank you. Before I took over as the general manager, we had only 5 centers.
Okay.
In the 5 division of Lagos State, which is Sibile. But fortunately, as we speak today, we have been able to expand. So we have another 10 annexes added to it. So meaning we are having 15, we have 5 centers, 10 annexes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Spread over Lagos.
Wow. Wow. That's
You know the irony of it, these centers, they are even performing than the centers now.
You mean the annexes?
The annexes, they are in fact, like around the Ododubaga, you know, we have office around with road safety.
Yes.
You know, inflows there.
Yes.
The head is much.
Yeah.
So the annexes is performing, and I believe we are getting things the way we should be.
Okay. These days there is nothing that is impacting the way we do things like technology. How is Lasdri leveraging on technology to make its work easier?
Thank you. From inception of the agency, we have been leveraging on technology, like first mode of training. Then we did a kind of audiovisual training equipment, training material that in the class, so apart from interacting session,
yes,
with the driver, we show them videos, and that audiovisual material, we did it in 3 Nigerian languages: Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa.
Okay. So
it now depends on our target audience. If you are Igbo, we tune that video to Igbo session. Okay. So meaning you cannot be in the classroom without knowing what we are saying.
Okay.
Because it won't be nice for us to just be speaking English to somebody that doesn't even understand. Okay. So we made it very, very easier from beginning. Okay. So anybody that comes to this city for training, you get something out of it, because we have, apart from using interactive session, we use audio visuals to train drivers. Apart from that, now, you know, some people, they will tell you that they cannot release their drivers are very busy. Now we had what we call online training of driver. That was when I came in. I was able to do that.
Yes.
So at the comfort of your house, you can go to Lasdri website, www.new.lasdri.org.
Okay.
That's our website.
Let's get it again.
www.new.lasdri. Yes.
New.lasdri.org. Okay.
Yes. All right. So that's our website. Then the only thing that will now be left is you cannot collect original Lasdri card on net. Yes. The only thing you could do is just do a kind of a temporary, you print temporary Lasdri salvation card. The next day you can come here and collect your plastic.
Okay. So
it's technology.
Exactly.
Another thing, we usually deploy what we call simulators.
Yes. Okay.
That simulator, you know, what we are doing here, we are retraining licensed driver.
Yes, already.
Licensed, they have already had driver. But now, with our simulator, we can deploy the simulator that governor procure for us to take first-line drivers.
Who are first-line drivers?
Those that doesn't know how to drive. I mean beginner.
Okay.
You know, we are retraining those that already knew how to drive, yes, and they possess driver license. Okay. But with that equipment, because of technology inclined, we can deploy it to take first-line driver. I mean beginner drivers.
Okay.
That one is in place.
Okay.
Another thing, we have what we call a seat belt condenser. That one is technology as well.
Yes.
That one will tell you that when you are inside the vehicle, that seat belt inside the vehicle is not meant for decoration or fashion. The equipment will travel at 40 km/h.
Wow.
If you refuse to tighten the seat belt, is it that the equipment throw you out of the equipment, or you smash your head on the windscreen? So people outside there, please, seat belt inside the vehicle is for your safety.
Exactly.
It's not for those that design it, but for your own safety.
Exactly.
So I'm appealing to you. Lagos driver, always put on your seat belt.
Now, if just as an aside, if the card, Lasdri card, or the certification you give is not a driver's license, doesn't take the place of a driver's license, what does it do for you, for the driver?
But I told you that this place is a training institute. You know the process of getting. I'm not here
in Nigeria,
that's what I'm trying to say.
You want to show it?
No. What I'm trying to say is that driver license, to get driver license process, you know, so many shortcomings. But Lagos State government, because of their passion for safety of the citizen, they open this place. So even though if you have gotten your driver license in any way, but you still need to come back to classroom. So that card is just an evidence that you've passed through the institute in that particular year and you have been recertified. That is it. It's not meant for pay. You cannot use the place of driver license, but because law enforcement officers, they are outside there. If you are accosted by LASMA, the law gave them permission to ask you for your Lasdri card if you are a professional. If you are earning your living through driving. So that card is so important to rail drivers in Lagos State. In as much as you don't want to be embarrassed, let me tell you something, sir. As a company, corporate organization, if you have drivers that you employ that are working for you, the law says you send them to the agency for training. If you refuse, it's under the law. We are permitted to issue a fine of 250,000 naira for the company for non-compliance. And as a individual driver, if you refuse to come to the agency, law permits last month VIS to issue a fine of 20,000 naira for you. How much are we using to do Lasdri card? It's better for you to just be on the right side of the law. Come and do your training. It's not about coming and getting that. It's about taking you through necessary things that is required of you to be a better driver. Drivers are very important. They are contribute to the economic development, economic growth. Because without mobility, we can't achieve anything. So we must be mobile and get things done. So drivers, people that employ drivers, the people you actually call me Mama and driver. Yes, I'm Mama and driver in Lagos State. Please treat drivers very well. Send them for training as they are sending all other professionals for capacity building. Lagos State Driver Institute is here. We don't have any other job doing. Our duty, our call is to make sure we have competent drivers driving on Lagos Road, because the next victim could be your family. It could be your relatives. So it is important for you to send your driver for our annual retraining and the certification program. So I'm happy that improvement is coming.
Well said, Madam GM. It's a gradual process and we're all seeing it. And as she said, all the things that Lasdri and the other agencies, safety agencies in Lagos are doing is for our own good. So let us continue to obey the law, be on the right side of the law. Thank you for watching this program, and I hope you join me at this time on this very channel next week when we come back with yet another very important discussion on transportation in Lagos State, on the Lagos Transportation Agenda. Until then, this is your host, Ostinian, saying stay safe, bye-bye, and God bless.